Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. I have a quick video for you guys. We're going to talk about 4 stocks that are a buy right now on this dump. The market is pulling back. The market is falling right now, in pre-market at least, as of 8:03 a.m. I don't know why. I think there was some... Was it the GPT? Or GDC, I don't remember. Some data came out, some Fed data came out, I believe. That's what's causing stocks to fall right now in pre-market. Either way, it's opportunity. So let's go over the 4 stocks that I think are a buy here on this dump. These are stocks that have held very well at a line in the sand, as I like to call it. So the first one is KULR stock, the line in the sand. We know where it is. It's right here. Again, I'm being greedy and waiting. I'm waiting for $1 and under. I want it under $1. Come on, down under $1. But we're about to get that retest here at around 1 to 110. So if you want to be patient like me and wait to see if it comes down that low, that is what I would recommend if the market's going to dump here. Because of news, market-wide catalyst that can move everything down together, then we know that's what's moving it down. We know it's not because the company itself is doing bad. So that difference helps. It helps you have that conviction. But still, again, I'm being greedy to the downside. I want to buy more as cheap as possible. Now, that's it. 1 to 110. If you want to buy and have a stop loss, then probably set it at 0.99. That way, if it does break down under $1, then and closes under $1, more than likely we're going to go to like 90 cents and then 75, etc. So that's kind of if you want to have that protection. So I would recommend buying as close to $1 as possible with a 0.99 stop loss. Probably the first time I mention a stop loss, but the reason I'm mentioning it is I don't want you to buy and then you hold the bag all the way down to 50 cents or 20 cents. I'd rather you buy as close to $1 as possible, and if it does trigger that stop, you take that small loss, that 6, 7, 10 cent loss, and then you buy back in at the next support, and you can make that back and then some. And you get in cheaper, and you're not tying up your account on, holding the bag at $1. And if this thing drops to 20 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, I mean, you're just going to be kicking yourself for not either waiting like me or just not respecting the stop loss. So that's why I'm saying that. Just in case things do break down below that line in the sand. Do I think it will? I don't know. But it's better to play it safe than sorry. But I'm just going to wait to see if we do come down under $1. I want this under $1. If it doesn't, that's, oh well, too bad, so sad. Let's continue here. We should have an opportunity with another stock here, BBAI stock. Another one that loves to pump huge when it gets those contracts. And then it dumps huge, and then it just doesn't do a whole lot of nothing. It does a whole lot of nothing, and then boom, again. It does a whole lot of nothing, boom. Does a whole lot of nothing, and then boom. If there's a pattern like this, look at that, boom. If there's a pattern like this that can be abused over the long term, why not take advantage of it by buying under $3? Again, it's at $3.36 right now in pre-market. We're looking for 3 and under. Buy under 3. Buy under 3. Accumulate under 3. At that point, it's also under the 200 WMA, which it has always been a buy under that purple line, right? That's our purple line in the sand. And you're buying it at a massive discount from the suckers that chased at $10. Which, if you guys know, that one guy in the Discord who chased up here, even though I told him not to, because he was just being weird. I don't know why he always goes against what I say. I guess he's trying to prove that he knows better than me. I don't know. But he tries to make too much too fast. And that just hurts him, because he ended up having to take the loss. Or he was just going to hold a big bag all the way down to 2. So buy under 3, buy under 3, buy under 3. It's going to be a while before we get the next big pump. It'll come if the pattern is going to repeat. At some point, the pattern don't repeat, and that's okay. At that point, you do accept the loss. That's part of the game. AITX is a perfect example. Before I continue on to the next one, it's a perfect example of that. You abuse that bottom down here at around 002s. You buy, and then it pumps huge, pumps huge, pumps huge, pumps. You abuse that pattern over the course of years. And the one time it breaks down, you take the loss. I took the loss recently on this because there's a head and shoulders on it on the monthly. And this head is low. I mean, this shoulder is lower, by the way, than this one. Very bearish. So I took the loss and I move on. I made my money abusing that bottom, but now it's breaking down. I take the one loss that one time. That's important to take those losses. Okay, Rich Tech Robotics is the third one on my watch list here. AI is here, and it's serving people up drinks with Scorpion. They got a whole AI bartender now. I think there's a place nearby me, a Walmart, I think, that has one of these AI robots. Maybe I should go and check it out and shoot video real quick. But RR here, it's a buy under 2. People love this one. We'll see if it follows through on growing its revenues. It doesn't have the fundamentals behind it like HIM stock or Palantir stock or SoundHound or the many other good stocks out there that have solid fundamentals. So this one's kind of a lot more speculative. So expect it to be a lot riskier. But it's a pretty good bet if you believe that AI will eventually replace humans, be it as bartenders or waitresses or whatever the case may be. They have plenty of bots. You can go to the website and check it out. I do have a due diligence video as well. And I will be reaching out to the CEO and seeing if I can get an interview or at least have them answer some questions with regards to the future of our stock. So this one, I'm being greedy. Again, like I said, I'm saying I like being greedy to the downside. I really do want this one back at 150 and under. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm waiting for 150 and under. I have not bought in on a lot of these stocks that I'm talking about. Because why? Because I'm waiting for real cheap. Like I really want, you want the biggest discount possible. That's just how I am. I'm not like those people that are like, oh my God, $5, woo, I'm going to be greedy and chase up here. No. I want to chase at $1 to 150. That's just my mindset though. I don't know if everyone has that. Clearly not, because some people end up chasing they end up chasing at like the worst time possible. Okay, SoundHound. This is I actually sold a put here, and I expect to get filled on that put. Sold it for 9.50 strike, 1 month out. Collected a sweet $120 premium and bought myself some food from a pizzeria nearby, and bought like had groceries delivered from Walmart. A bunch of I just buy a bunch of fruit from Walmart, so. And it's free, right? It's on the market's dime. The put is paying for it. I want to get filled on these shares. I like SoundHound, but I'd rather get paid to buy the shares, right? I'd rather get paid to buy the shares than to buy them outright at the market value. So it's under the 200 WMA. Anytime it's been under there, nobody wants it, and then it pumps, right? It goes way back above the 200, and then rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's been doing this ever since its revenue started growing and NVIDIA's investment. Now, NVIDIA did sell it off, but I don't think it's the end of the world quite yet for this. It does have the fundamentals behind it. If we were to pull up the revenues here, you just got a sneak peek real quick if you paused of the videos that are coming up today. But yeah, SoundHound's another one. You know, if we're using the 200 weighted moving average strategy, it's a buy. That's why I bought. I'm okay with buying 10 and under again, but keep in mind I'm buying based off of selling a put, and it's going to expire in a month. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna in a month this could easily go back above $10, and then I still collect my premium. I just don't get to buy at $9.50, unfortunately, I guess at that point. But yeah, that was some sweet premium, by the way. I'm going to remove the MACD because the MACD is kind of worthless in a bear market unless you're shorting. But yeah, the revenues speak for themselves, right? 2021, 21 million. 2022, 31 million. 2023, 45 million. 2024, 84 million, and so on and so forth. So if the fundamentals are looking good like this, I mean, I got no complaints. Let it continue to. It's growing. It's who doesn't like a business who doesn't want to buy a business like this, right? If your friend opens up a hot dog stand and it's making millions of dollars and then more millions and then more millions and then more millions, you're probably very happy with your investment. You're like, hell yeah, let me buy that dip. I think it's a buy under 10. Keep in mind, I always buy when it gets cheap, right? You're never going to hear me go, hey guys, 25, woo, it's going to go to 100 from here. No. I tell people to wait either for the purple line, wait for the price to come down to the purple line because you'll get a massive discount, right? You'll get a massive discount of, over 50%. And then once it's there, start accumulating it. If it goes lower, cool. I mean, that happened last time, right? It went lower. It touched that purple line at 2.8, came down to a low of 1.5, then ran to a high of 10. came down back nice and cheap to that purple line around $4, ran to 24. I mean, it's just, there's patterns in the markets that we can abuse. But you got to have that conviction. And everyone in my Discord, or not everyone, the people in my Discord that have made a lot of money, it's because they bought SoundHound when it was at $2, $3, and they held it for the big $15, $20 swing. Same thing with the people that bought Serve Robotics and when it ran to 25. Like, that's how the big bucks are made. Too many people, they sell too early, and they do themselves a disservice because you waited all this time. You waited all this time. Whatever. You waited all this time for the stock to drop from 21 here to $6. Your reward for waiting months for this opportunity to buy this discount, your reward is you make a lot of money when it pumps back up in the bull market. But too many people, they're going to buy down here, and then they're going to flip it for like 10, 20, 30% instead of holding it for 100%. That's your reward for waiting 4 to 8 months for it to play out, is to double your money or more. We shoot minimum for 50%, but 100% is what we're going for, especially the cheaper this gets. I do believe Rgti along with SoundHound. I guess this is a bonus one. Rgti is a bonus here, I guess. Rgti, SoundHound, BBAI, KULR, and RR. I think these are all a buy. Get in nice and cheap. You know, I don't recommend going all in. Maybe spread out your buys, you know, or buy a little bit of each. Like if you have 10K, put like 2K in each, and let's see what happens. If all of them work out, you make a lot of money on all of them. If it works out on one, and that you turn 2K into 10K, and then the other ones are a loss, well, at least you're at break even, right? Too many people, they just kind of throw everything in one stock, and that's just silly. You got 5 stocks with solid fundamentals, some a little more riskier. Some RR does not have the fundamentals. I take that back. But, you know, these have patterns that can be abused. Even if just one of them works out, and you put 2K in each, you'll be fine. Now, the worst thing that can happen is all of them fail. Now, that would be pretty bad, but a lot of these are AI stocks, if you've noticed. A lot of these get contracts. So, up to you where you want to put your money. But I'm just giving you the 4 plays, or plus Rgti here, quantum exposure. I'm giving you the 4 plays plus the bonus one of Rgti, and it's a buy. I would recommend selling a put to open if you want to buy shares, if you want to get paid to buy them. Let me put it that way. That's it for the video. I'll see you in the next one.